And the next principle, which really is aligned with the last one we just talked about, is to keep love conscious, active, and present. This is a really powerful way to also help check in with yourself that you're creating a safe space where you both feel safe, seen, heard, and loved. So when we talk about keeping love conscious, active, and present, this is a great example, right? So we've had many different, very challenging situations where he's frustrated, I'm frustrated, and what the most beautiful thing is that we've made a commitment to each other that regardless of what we're going through, what's going on, we will always do our very, very best. We're not perfect at it, but to keep love conscious, active, and present, even through fights, even through arguments, even through stressful times. And when you're with a person that you know, like you've both committed to that, it just makes even the hardest times feel a lot easier.
Yeah, and what Rachel does so well in this topic is there'll be times where maybe there's some buildup. We try not to really have, I don't want to say like we never fight. It's almost like we have some disagreements and stuff, and whenever it's about to like come into a fight, which my past is like full of fights until I've had to learn lessons, look the man in the mirror more than ever. But we know when something's about to happen, and it's like, okay, we're in this like about the fight may break out, and we're proactive in that sense. And I think keeping love conscious, active, and present, knowing that, like you said, we both have that. She'll do stuff like, you know, we'll take a break real quick, and you can see her. There's one moment I think in the kitchen that you talk about often.
Oh yeah. No, so we were actually really getting into something, and I will never forget this moment. And it was so profound because we're sitting there, we're disagreeing about something. Like I am just like so frustrated because I'm like, you're not hearing me, you're not hearing what I'm saying, and we're so on different pages, and I can sense it. And to the point where like he had to walk away, and I was there, and every single part of me wanted to run in the other direction and just go like cry on the couch by myself and like isolate. And I had this moment where I was like, wait a minute. I was like, if I do that, like if I run away, I am not keeping love conscious, active, and present, and I will choose isolation rather than connection. So I took some deep breaths and like walked over to him. And I think it's just always the reminder of like, if you love that person, right? Make sure that they know that, even if you're disagreeing, like, hey, reminder, touch them.
Yeah.
Physical touch is so important to really, even if you're arguing, take some deep breaths, walk away, do what you got to do, come back, touch them, look them in the eye, and
if their love
remind
language
them.
is touch, some people may not, but yeah.
But to really let them know in the way that they feel it, that you love them, regardless of what's going on, and that the ultimate outcome is that you don't care about being right, you just want to be happy, right? Like, and that's a whole other topic of choosing. I think that's part of keeping love conscious, active, and present is the commitment that what matters most is that you both love each other. And it's not about who's right or wrong. It's about like, hey, we love each other, we're gonna make this work.
And what I meant about her doing this so well is that she will like come up to me and she'll look at me and say, baby, I love you so much. I'm feeling like I don't feel safe right now. And, you know, like, or I'm not feeling heard or something. And immediately as a guy, because we made this commitment, it's like, it doesn't matter what's been said, how I feel, my baby doesn't feel safe. She voiced that to me. Whether I think that's true or not is irrelevant. She has voiced this to me. Well, I want you to feel safe. I love you. And it's tough to do that. It's a practice. These are the mental and emotional muscles that are the constant practice, right? Perfect practice makes perfect. And so I have to lose my Superman to find my Wonder Woman. I have to lose my Superman. You'll hear this throughout the themes of these videos is I have to lose my ego and just be like, I'm gonna make her feel safe. Because at the end of the day, that is going to transcend, transform, and catapult all the things you want in your life. She's gonna love me more for that. She's gonna feel more connected with me with that. And then we're happy, we're peaceful, we're great. And then like, all right, back to work, like back to whatever we need to do.
Yeah, and just always remembering that every single moment of every single day, we are choosing either disconnection or connection. And if we act out and do actions like running away or making the other person feel crappy or yelling at them or whatever it is, like you are choosing isolation and disconnection. But there's always a choice to be a renegade and to choose connection instead. And
peace and love and joy and happiness.
And every time you do that, you literally fall more in love with each other. So it is hard. it's
Rip it
really
out.
hard,
Rip it
but
out.
every time it does get a little easier, and every time you actually really do fall more in love with each other.